Benders postgame begins now, presented by the Inside the Rink Podcast Network at InsideTheRink.com. All your Bruins content and Benders merch is there. Tip jar is open tonight. Click the thumbs up and subscribe. This postgame show is available on all podcast platforms tomorrow morning. The Boston Bruins lose to the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight, 3-2. 4-2? Sure, whatever.
Empty
4-2. Great. 4-2 tonight. This is a game, obviously, that they have to win. Toronto Maple Leafs pretty much dumpster fire, although doing a little bit better lately, but still, this is a game. You take care of business. You come in, you win the game 4-1, 5-1, whatever it needs to be. You score first. Right? Did they score first? No, Toronto scored first.
Oh, they just scored first. They had a 1-0.
Boston scored first, yeah. Boston scores first. You think, okay, this is going to be a 4-1 win, whatever it is. Great. Move on to tomorrow night. Tough one. And no, Toronto actually outplays you for stretches. You take stupid penalties again. You have horrific coverage in the defensive zone. For a general manager who talks about defense and 200 feet, and details and off the puck, this team plays horrific defense. And I've been hearing about it for fucking at least 2 years about this defensive stuff that they try to implement. And you have to be this and that, or you can't play for us. And their defense is awful.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Trying to turn everyone into a Patrice Bergeron clone. And then you have a bunch of guys that can't do it. And you have a bad defensive hockey team. There's so many things about this game. I don't even really know where to start. I don't know if I should laugh or if I should cry or if I should swear my fucking head off. So you might get a little of everything. I get a little of everything tonight. Number one, let's start with the specialty teams were an absolute fucking dumpster fire. Both ways. Yeah. Power play and penalty killing. Dumpster fucking fire. Mm-hmm. And then you have Jeremy Swayman, who inexplicably plays tonight. So I don't know what Marco Sturm's doing there with that decision. 4 games in a row. Everybody in the goddamn world knows what happens when he plays 4 straight, but let's play him 4 fucking straight. When you have a back-to-back and you could just play Korpisalo tonight. I think everybody on the team expected Korpisalo to play, probably even Swayman, and then was surprised. And then you got a bunch of guys who are not focused, don't know what the hell's going on. At one point, they were getting outshot like 26-13 or some shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They got dominated. It wasn't particularly close. It wasn't. Had their heads so far up their asses tonight. I don't even it looked like they were an AHL team. You want to talk about AHL and where Higgins plays? He could have played here tonight and it would have fit right in with the fucking Providence Bruins.
Yeah.
They would have been better off having fucking James Higgins, Patrick Brown, and Matej Blumel on the fucking third line tonight. They would have been better off with that trio. And you can't tell me after watching that pile of shit that James Higgins couldn't help this team on the power play. You can't fucking tell me that. No. You can't. I won't fucking accept it.
No. I'm with you. And here's the thing. Those players tonight, I get maybe Higgins isn't ready physically and all this other stuff, but those players tonight, he could absolutely play like that. He could play like that 100%. And don't you think putting James Higgins in the lineup tonight just gives everybody an adrenaline shot? Like everybody. So stop with I don't want to ruffle any feathers on the team. Well, I'll tell you what, the crowd would have been electric every time he was on the ice, and it would have to permeate through the team. So don't give me that. I don't want to. I don't want to offend Tanner Janot. I don't want to offend Lucas Reichel, who I've known for a week.
So speaking of Lucas Reichel, who's been here a week, you can't tell me that James Higgins on that half wall on the same side, which is the side that Higgins plays, where Reichel was on the power play, that he wouldn't have thrown a fucking saucer pass back to Mason Lohrei at his waist. You can't tell me that James Higgins would have done that. because he wouldn't have.
No, he wouldn't have.
I mean, he'll make some mistakes, but on the power play, he's not throwing a puck back to the point at the fucking guy's waist.
No, that was gross.
Let's not
and that led to a goal.
Pretend that that Reichel is a piece that all of a sudden is irreplaceable.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what I hear about it. Like, look I'm all for taking a 6th-round pick and taking a shot.
Yeah, it's a great
seeing how it goes.
I like the move.
He's a core member all of a sudden. Like, what are we talking about? Like, he scored a goal. I knew this would happen. He scores the goal the first game, and then he has a penalty shot the second game. He shows some ability. He shows some highlights, and I knew this would happen. Like, now, Lucas Reichel, you can't take him out of the lineup. Like, Lucas Reichel he's part of the deal next year. To me, it's still up in the air to me. If I want to continue on with that kid, I don't know. Like, he's failed at 2 other places, like, pretty miserably. Like, so now after like 3 games, we're thinking this. You can't take him out for the 7th overall pick. You can't do that. So and then listening to Sweeney today after talking about he has to have off puck and all this other stuff. Your team sucks off puck.
Yeah,
your team blows off puck. So you're expecting these kids to come in and know how to do that right away and have to get to a certain standard. Your team doesn't play to that standard.
They do not. And they haven't for like 2.5 years. So you can blow all the smoke and sunshine up my ass that you want to. Sure. I don't fucking believe you.
Yeah, I don't
believe you.
I
don't believe you. And Jay, I don't know if it started when Montgomery was here or when Jay Leach was brought in, but the defense fucking blows. And if they need to fix it, whatever. Get rid of Leach, get rid of fucking Sturm, somebody. They got to get somebody in there that can coach defense. Because it happened in Columbus. All of a sudden they could play fucking defense. One guy came in, Rick Bowness came in, and now all of a sudden they're one of the best defensive teams in hockey. Didn't change the personnel at all.
At all.
Just one coach came in and said, we're going to play defense. We're going to be better at defense. And they clamped it down, and all of a sudden they have one of the hottest teams in the league in the second half of the year. Yeah. You need somebody to do that and say, look, boys, until we can figure out our defensive zone, Charlie McAvoy, you can't jump up in the rush. Mason Lohrei, you can't jump up in the rush. Defense, you have to play defense first. How many 2-on-1s did they give up in the first period to a fucking horseshit Maple Leafs team?
Oh my God. Terrible.
And shorthanded. We're giving up shorthanded 2-on-0s and 2-on-1s and breakaways. Severed Soul said, Steve Conroy said they Bruins had 28 turnovers tonight. 28
turnovers. I just I'm going to say it again. They're not making the playoffs. Like, this is, I can't wrap my head around the amount of people in the last 2 days who are talking like this team is like one step away and there's no way this young kid can come in. Like, I can't wrap my head around it. Like, this team is far from where it needs to be for Stanley Cup contention. Far. Like, it has absolutely had, let's be honest, a horseshoe up his ass all year long. They're not a great 5-on-5 offensive team for much of the year. Their power play sucked for the last a month and a half. Their penalty killing was bad to start the year. Their defense has holes all over the place, allows the most high danger chances I've ever seen in my fucking life from a Bruins team. And we're acting like they're just a nut here away. Like, this team is like fool's gold. Like, it's done a lot with the effort that they give.
Yeah.
Kudos. Like, the effort that they give. And, and Swayman's played terrific for a large part of the year.
Yes.
But it's so smoke and mirrors. And I don't understand why people can't wrap their head around that. It's so smoke and mirrors. They need a few players changed out of this lineup. They are not close to where they need to be for Stanley Cup contention.
No, they're not close. They're not remotely close. They're not even a little bit close. No. And all these people, coming out with the third best points percentage in the league since January 1st.
Okay.
Like, that must mean the rest of the teams blow, because this Bruins team hasn't been that good. Yeah, they won a bunch of home games. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. Now you lost, what, 2 of your last 3 or 2 of your last 4 home games? And you lost one to the Leafs team that you shouldn't have fucking lost to. And now you have to go on the road a bunch to end the season. How's that going to go? You're going to gut out some fucking road wins now? Like, they looked like they were overlooking this team. Like they did.
They 100% did.
How many times? Like, how do you think you're good enough to overlook anyone?
They look like they were going to walk in and win.
Think you're good enough to overlook anyone? This team was supposed to be better than you to start the year. They've just had, bad luck and whatever, things imploded on the Leafs. But how do you look at that team and be like, yeah, we got this? Yeah. Well, I mean, we're just going to show up and win. The Leafs are going to roll over.
Well, especially after score the first goal. It almost looked like they were like, okay, this is great. How many times are they going to fan on the puck? How many times a puck's going to roll off their sticks? Pastrnak like 4 times, like just fan. One time in one sequence, he had the puck on the power play, fans, gets it back, fans, and then dribbler. And then there was another person by the side of the net, dribbler on net. Like, what? They couldn't get a good stick on the puck. It was, and how many other times are they going to be in the slot? Don't shoot it. Like, don't shoot it. Zacha had a chance, didn't shoot the puck. Shoot the puck. It's just, to me, it's not that good. And now with the Hagens situation, I would love James Hagens to get a hat trick tomorrow night. I would love it. And then this Bruins lose 6-1 in Buffalo, and Hagens has a hat trick, and then see all of that rage after that. Where why is he down there when you lose back-to-back games and you're now probably really up against it to make the playoffs? Ottawa won tonight.
Yeah,
like they're ready. I mean, they've been playing balls out. They're ready. They're better than you. They're ready to take that spot.
Yep.
So I'm so incredulous.
Montreal,
with the way they came in. Montreal won tonight. Yep. Islanders lost. That was your only saving grace.
Columbus won.
Yep. I mean, I'll tell you what, the Trolls were out in force the last 2 days. And, I know that we can be negative at times when we're passionate, but you can't tell me that it's not warranted with this gong show that's going on right now. I just feel like it's a slow bleed to nowhere.
Yeah, here's how I feel about this team. In a nutshell, you can't trust them.
No, you can't.
You can't trust them. You don't know what kind of effort, or not necessarily effort. You know the effort, but you don't know how they're going to play from night to night. You don't know how it'll be. You don't know if it'll be sloppy or if they'll be dialed in. You have no idea from night to night what you're going to get. Tonight was as sloppy as they've been since January 1, when they fucking third best points percentage in the league. Tonight was as sloppy as they've been. You can't fucking trust this team. You can't. Whenever you think, oh yeah, they're starting to turn a corner, they lay a fucking egg. Or whenever you think, oh, they can't win on the road, they beat Detroit on the road. You just never fucking know. And that's why they're mediocre, because they're not consistent at all. They can't string it together night after night. They just can't, because they're not good enough. It's all effort based. So if the effort wanes a little bit, or if they're not focused enough, or whatever the case may be, you lose. If Swayman's not good, you lose. Like, that's what the problem is.
But that's been what we've talked about.
And they're not good enough. That's what it comes down to, because they can't do it consistently, because they don't have the talent to do it consistently. So this is what you're left with. You're left with a team that's up and down all over the place. You never know what you're going to get. And you can't trust them.
Yeah, I don't understand the Hagen situation. I guess I can get behind him going to Providence. I guess I could get behind that. and playing with Patrick Brown, whatever, he's a veteran guy, maybe learning the ropes professionally. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I get what the thought process is, but in this situation, I just think you at least try it. Now, they're obviously just looking for a way not to burn that first year. It's obvious. But I just think Hagen should you should throw Hagens in there just because I think it would have given a jolt to the team, and it would have brought a lot of adrenaline from the crowd. Like everyone would have been hyped up that your top prospect you've had first forward prospect that meant a damn for like 12 years,
Mhm.
and you finally can bring him in and play. I just think that was the play, is to bring him in and give this team a jolt for the last 10. It can't be any worse than some of the shit we just saw tonight. I mean, it just can't be. And no one, and I don't think anyone, well, maybe some, but not a lot of people would blame you for throwing Hagens in there and just trying to, put your young guys in there, giving them a chance, giving them 10 or 12 games right here to see what you have towards next year, maybe build some chemistry, get to know the guys. And if you miss the playoffs, you miss the playoffs. Like, you're going to miss the playoffs anyway. So that's my thought on it. Like, I get going to Providence, and I get college is different than the NHL. I get that. You don't have to talk to me like a 5-year-old. I get it. But but in this situation, I just think his skill set and what he brings to the table isn't far off from what you're putting on the ice. So here's a young guy with some skill. I'm watching him take one-timers, one-timers like Brett Hull out there on the wing in power plays and stuff. That would look great with Pastrnak on the other side. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't tell me that he couldn't help the power play right now. You can't tell me that.
Yeah.
I won't believe you if you say, "Oh no, he's not really. He can't help on the power play."
1975, Jay Donov. Please explain what don't you understand about our takes? I mean, we just told you what the take is.
Yeah,
the take is that the team didn't show up tonight. It's not nearly good enough. So I'm not sure what's off about that.
He's saying if you're going to miss the playoffs, why burn a year for 12 games?
Okay, then that's fine. I just said I get going to the Providence and all that stuff. I do. But what I'm saying is that you could have maybe given the team a jolt and seeing where it is. You're going to have to pay the kid the next year anyway. Like, it's not like you're avoiding much of it. You're going to have to pay the kid. So I just say give it a shot. But they didn't. So, but it's not their biggest concern right now. The biggest concern is that they're not good enough and they're going to miss the playoffs. So, Connor, did you say something? You want to say something?
Yeah, for the whole James Hagens thing, here, this is the nitty-gritty of it. From the Bruins' perspective, it makes sense to not want to burn a year and to have more team control of a player. 100% not discounting that. But from the player perspective, when he told you for an entire season since you've drafted him that he's ready to play in the NHL right now, to the point where you told him, chill, dog, it'll be here and we'll be ready when you're ready at the end of the season. You've got to somehow, if you plan on him being a star player for your hockey team in a long-term basis, you have to build a relationship with the person and or the player. Now, you can force him into this like they did by saying, hey, you've got to earn it. Everybody else who's been here has done that and you're going to do it too. Sure, that's great. But if he was dead set on being here and it was that big of a deal to him as the player, as one of the best draft picks you've had in over a decade, maybe two, sometimes you have to bend a little bit in a relationship for the overall long-term good. And I think that's where a lot of people are disconnecting with what Sweeney's doing because they see the other side of the tape and not wanting to piss off the player, and they're taking the player side. The players have been gaining more and more power over management and ownership for years. Years. So Higgins came out and he gave the typical Boston Bruins pitch of, that old saying, you have to earn, your spot, and, I'm here to work hard and blah, blah, blah. He went out and said exactly what he needed to say because he was pissed off that he told the team all along and they just weren't listening. Period.
Yeah, there's always a chance that you're going to kind of tick off the player and the agent. And that's something that I don't think you really need to risk, to be honest.
It's not the way you should start a relationship with a guy that you hope.
Especially when he knows you need him more than he needs you. So let's not be disingenuous and think that this is the Boston Bruins and, we can go on without you if this is kind of the way we're going to do it. And, I don't buy that. I think that you should come in and, again, throw your fans a bone. The kid has talent. He's going to be at least decent. So,
it's not the way you should start a relationship with a guy you're expecting to be a cornerstone of your franchise.
No,
to kind of dick him around.
No.
I don't think they really handled it all that well. I think he handled it well. I have to earn my spot. I'll try. We'll see what happens. And then Sweeney was kind of like, oh, if he does well, then, it's Marco's call to call him up, which that I don't believe either. I think it's Sweeney who makes the call up, and like they're going to leave Marco Sturm in charge of whether or not they burn a year of the ELC. That's complete bullshit. Why would he say that out loud? That's Don Sweeney not being transparent. Mm. Maybe if Marco Sturm says, I don't want the kid, then that's one thing. But if Don Sweeney says we're bringing him up, then he's bringing him up and he's going to play. It's not up to Marco Sturm. He's not the one deciding whether or not James Higgins burns a year of his ELC. It's the general manager of the fucking hockey club.
I was really surprised that he said that was Sturm's decision to go, to play, because that's not fucking true.
No,
and that's never been true. And I almost feel like it's kind of stabbing your coach in the back, because now it's almost like, hey, fans, blame Sturm. He's decided he's not coming. Give me a break, Donnie. You don't want him to burn that deal or whatever. You don't want to. You think it's best to go to Providence because you don't want to ruffle the feathers of this team that you said deserved to continue on. So, okay, just say that. Just say that. This team deserves to continue on with the group that we have in there. We have a couple of healthy scratches, too. There's not a lot of space right now. And you know what? He probably needs some time in Providence anyway. So that's what we're doing. We're sending him to Providence. And then if someone gets hurt, or if we need, we need a jolt and he's showing he can do it over 2 or 3 games, then maybe we'll give it a go. Okay. That's your decision. We don't have to like it, but at least you've explained it and it makes some sort of sense that you have an actual reason, an actual plan. But instead you say, it's Marco Sturm's decision whether or not he plays or not. You got to be shitting me, Donnie. Honestly, it was not Marco Sturm's decision to sign him to Providence. It was not. So cut the crap, dude. This is the smug, arrogant bullshit that just I can't stand.
And he can't give you the straight answer, because if he does, then Higgins is pissed, saying, oh, I don't get an opportunity. You told me, behind closed doors a year ago that when I came out, I would be ready to go to the NHL. And then, you pull the rug out a little bit. And now I got to do this tryout thing and work my way up, which, Higgins handled well. But, he's kind of jerking him around a little bit. And,
sure.
It's really not the best way to handle a guy that, like I said, you want to be a cornerstone of your franchise. What do you got, Connor?
These will be my last 2 points on James Higgins. One, when it started coming out in the media via Elliot Friedman, Emily Kaplan, does anybody in the comments or listening right now think that the Boston Bruins were the ones leaking that information to the media, that James Higgins had a, disagreement with the Boston Bruins over the future plan? I fucking doubt it. That sounds like a player or an agent who was a little bit upset about it.
That's an agent saying something to somebody. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind of a complete full stop moment for me there. And then at the same token, with what you just said about Sweeney in the media and saying it's Sturm's decision, if you're the GM and Don Sweeney and you're making that call, which James Higgins knows who the fuck is on the phone with him and his agent, and I guarantee you it's not Marco Sturm. Don't you think the player also sees that and is like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, he's, kind of getting me on the slide here and sending me to Providence, and then he doesn't have the balls to, at least say it with his chest in the media. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
We're not idiots.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that was kind of a disingenuous comment and kind of pacifying the fans and saying, hey, it's up to the coach now. I don't know. Like, you just fucking put him in Providence, Don. Like, and all of a sudden it's up to the coach. Marco Sturm flat out said, I don't mind playing young players.
Yeah.
At some point, I mean, you play Fraser Minton and Murat Husnudinov, 21 and 23 years old. Like, I don't understand what you pick and choose. Like, Minton plays a 200-foot game. He's a 35-point, 200-foot player. You love the hell out of those guys. You love them. You hug and kiss those guys. You love those guys, even though they don't produce much offensively. But boy, are they responsible and off the puck. And I mean, it's just, you lather yourself up for that. Good. That's what you like. But in this NHL, it's just going to be really hard for you to win Stanley Cups with guys who are defensively responsible, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we've talked about this a million times. You need like 4 or 5 superstar players to win the Stanley Cup.
You do.
And you need top centers. You need a legit defenseman, like all those things. You need good puck goaltending at the time. You need all those things to happen. It's not built around 35-foot fucking Bob Gainey types. It's not a team of Guy Carbonos. It's not a team of Selke winners.
Nope.
You have to have actual fucking talent, not a team full of Murat Husnudinovs.
No.
That's not going to get it done, unfortunately, for Donnie, because that's what he would love. He would love a team of Murat Husnudinovs, or actually, he would love a team of Fraser Mintons.
Oh my God, would he? Connor and him would just have red wine and in their robes, and
we
pass
would be in our
lotion back
robes
and
at
forth.
Smoking jackets and
smoking those long fucking Pall Malls or whatever. Yeah, that's what they would be doing right now.
Yeah.
The team's not good enough. I never thought they were good enough. I've been holding the stance on it because I just don't believe in the team as constituted. It's, at the end of the day, it's the kind of team I like in certain circumstances. Like, I like hardworking teams. I like the underdog. I like all that stuff. I do. But it's not going to happen for them. And I think that Donnie, in a sort of a subtle way, kind of bought into it and didn't do the things he needs to do to set yourself up for next year a little bit more. And he didn't do that. So you kind of just went stagnant, and then ends up putting his 7th overall pick at Providence, and there's no progress. Like, this isn't progress. This is a team that was sort of overachieving, liked each other, played hard, got great goaltending. That's this team. If you bring largely this team back next year, it takes a step back. I guarantee it does.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of a fool's gold thing. You can't keep getting outshot every night. You can't keep getting offensed every night. You can't just keep giving up high danger chance after high danger chance. You can't keep doing that and progress into a really good team. You can't. So right now, all the statistics say that this team is not as good as it's shown on paper, on the stat sheet. So that's going to mean a step back next year if you bring a bunch of the same guys back and add Higgins. It's still not enough. That's why I thought you needed to make some savvy moves to open up some things so that you could prepare yourself for an off season with a lot of cap space and make some moves toward next year and cut some of the fat off that's going to end up even fatter next year. And they didn't do that. They just sort of stood pat and said, okay, we're going to let this team go. And to me, I don't think that that's forward thinking. I don't think it's helping the team long term or even in the short term. I don't think it is. So fuck everybody tonight. I don't know what to say. It's just fuck everybody. I don't know.
Here, ready? You know what we can do real quick before we go to the comments? It's been a few years. We've had a patron saint of all of our cussing and our fuckery, Mr. Sorry John.
Yes.
The John. Well, I think it's time to retire John, because recently we had a whole lot of crybabies on YouTube, and it's time for a change. So now everybody in the comments, whenever you cuss or have some potty mouth, it's Sorry Curtis from here on out, courtesy of Curtis Bragg on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Curtis.
That's the new one. Sorry, Curtis.
Yeah, we have to cuss to get our point across, I guess.
Yeah, I can cuss.
Maybe we cuss for emphasis. Sure.
How about that, Curtis? I can cuss whenever the fuck I want to.
Right.
Sorry, Curtis.
Yeah.
You don't like it? Go fuck yourself. A different channel.
All right. Benders Banter is raging, and it's brought to you by Evolve ABA, which offers consulting services from a board-certified behavior analyst to adult day programs in residences, schools, and even businesses using the principles of applied behavior analysis. Evolve ABA is also pleased to offer staff training in collaboration with parents of children with autism and other special needs wishing to learn more about the science of applied behavior analysis. To learn more about Evolve ABA, call Sean Daly at 774-823-5016. Visit evolveaba.net. Cinder Blah. Good old Tuesday night pants shitting from your Boston Bruins. Yeah,
good
they did. Bruins 1970. Just let them walk right out in front, untouched. Hampus, you might break a nail. I'll tell you what, Hampus. We talked about it. Hampus, something's got to be done. I don't see it, and it's not just poor play or inconsistent play. It's that injury too, throwing in, and his age getting up a little bit. I don't know if you can continue on. Right now, he's just not great. There was a play at his own blue line where he's trying to make a play with a puck, fumbles off his stick, and they walk in again, untouched to the goaltender. It's painful at times with Hampus. And it's too bad because, Hampus was a very good player. And when he's on, he's very good. And they had a sparkling record with him in the lineup for years, since 4 years ago when they acquired him. But it's falling on hard times for Hampus. McCauley, we've had 87 power plays this game. We don't deserve to win, always playing down to the opponent.
No, didn't deserve to win at all.
Mediocre teams, and McCauley, I know you know this, mediocre teams do this. Like, they're not super talented, so they're not going to go in and blow someone out of the rink because they are really good and that much better than the other team. Like, they're not much better than many teams talent-wise. They're not. I mean, they can lose to pretty much anybody on the schedule if they don't get good goaltending, good to great, and don't play really hard and disciplined. So they can't just walk in. So, yeah, you're going to get a lot of games where they're just playing down to the level of competition because they just aren't that much better overall.
No.
So there you go. There's the definition of playing down your opponent. Rogazi, why would we want to extend the season with this team? It's a fair point. Like, the only thing about it is that when they do play hard and they are playing better, that they could potentially make it hard for like a Buffalo. They could. For an inexperienced playoff team, they could.
I would like them to get in just selfishly. I would like to see some playoff hockey.
Yeah, well, that's true. 2 years in a row.
I would like to see them play in the playoffs.
How many times in 53 years of our existence have we seen back-to-back non-playoff seasons? Once?
A couple times, maybe.
Yeah, 2 at the most. So, yeah, it's rare. for us to not see Bruins playoff hockey. It's 6 months off season, essentially, from countable game to countable game if they don't make the playoffs. It's a long time. It's almost half the year of no serious Bruins hockey. So I'd like to see a little bit of playoff action. Sure. And they have nothing to lose. So you go in there with like very little expectation. They go in and they steal game one and you're like, oh, this is kind of fun. So, but not this year. Eileen, $20 supporting your stress relief.
Appreciate you.
Let's go. Appreciate you, Eileen. A+ to management, Sean Michael.
I mean, hey, if you're gonna lose a game, I guess this is the one to lose.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing.
That's everybody's point. Oh, they lost. They can get Toronto's pick.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see if they do.
Here's the thing. Let's
how that works out.
Let's play the game. They get the 7th pick again, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
They get Daxon Rudolph or something like that, right shot D.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not playing next year.
Nope.
Because James Hagan wasn't even playing. So
nope.
Daxon Rudolph's not playing next year.
Nope.
The following year, God knows what is. So let's say he plays a year of college hockey or something. I don't know. And then he comes in ATO. And so it's going to be like 3 years before that guy plays.
Yeah.
So believe me, I want some young, good talent here. And I'll take the right shot D. And you know what? It's a really nice bonus if they get that high pick after this year. Absolutely. Take it and run. But, it's just discouraging with what they're doing with player development is this, it takes forever or never. And so that's what my problem is with it, is that, get the 7th pick and it's whoever the fuck it is, but I'm not going to see him for 3 years. So.
Yeah, look, I want them to get the pick. I hope they do. And I hope they take a stud defenseman. They need one. But again, like you said, it's going to be a while before the kid shows up.
Like defense, I'll tell you this about defense, though. I think that with Chara and McQuaid and guys that can see, this is what I'm dumbfounded by. Like Chara's added in, and guys have talked about how he's, really helping out the defense and everything. Well, Jesus, not that much, because there's loose coverage everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to wonder, is it the system? Like, I think it's the system.
Me too.
I see guys running around and losing men. I see people, like in basketball, when you ball watch, guys are running all around behind you. I see that on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are people looking at the puck, and people are going. Nick Suzuki was camping out in front of the goaltender in Montreal. We had guys tonight that are open, domey, open, like incredible amount. 2 guys go to the puck on the penalty kill. Domi has all night and doesn't even get a good shot off, and it a fluky goal, but he's all alone. So I'm wondering why. Like, why? So I'm really questioning the system. And if guys are capable of playing it.
I think there's a good reason to question the system. It hasn't proven any real results. The only reason you're winning games right now is good goaltending. It's not because of your defensive system. It's not because you're locking teams up defensively. That's not what's happening. You're giving up a ton of high danger chances. You're giving up a ton of shots 5-on-5. That's not what's happening. You're getting really good goaltending. That's what's happening. That's why you're winning. It's not the defensive system. Your defensive system isn't doing anything to help you win games right now. It's not.
No.
In fact, it's hurting you. You're having guys miss assignments all over the ice. Like you said, 2 guys go to the puck carrier, leaves a guy wide open. Like if you're playing a more compact zone defense, both guys aren't rushing out to that guy. It's not happening. So because you're playing man on man, you have a miscommunication and you give up a chance. That's happening all over the ice right now.
It is. It is tough to watch. And it's happening several games. Like it's happening still. Like that's the thing. Like they talk about it ad nauseum. We got to be better in coverage. We got to play better defense. And it still remains the same. So a general manager who talks about how dedicated they are to 200-foot hockey and defense and all this other stuff and details has a severe lack of it. And that's what I can't wrap my head around. Like, why? Why are you talking about it like it's gospel and holding your young prospects to this ridiculous standard? And your NHL team doesn't emulate that at all. Like, it's just
so bad away from the puck.
Yeah.
But James Higgins has to be, Pavel Datsyuk.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, he's got to be Patrick Elias out there. He's got to be out there playing.
Fabian Lysell has to be Sergei Fedorov. It's like
I know
it just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. It's just I don't know. Wait, we have young talented prospects. Send them to Providence. I'm a butt fucking genius because I fill my bathtub with piss and vinegar and jerk off to find inspiration. Says that Pat Don Sweeney. Matt Curtis, maybe it is just better this team misses the playoffs. I mean, is watching this team get swept really going to be any fun? Just give me a draft pick 2 spots higher, says Matt Curtis. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It's possible to get their doors blown off by Buffalo in a first-round series. Absolutely.
You might get your wish.
Yeah, you might.
No matter what happens.
Yeah. I really think this is going to be, add it to the Tampa game and some other games. This is the game that's like, this is really going to because if they lose tomorrow, they get 0 points out of these 2 games. And they play Minnesota at home on Saturday. Like, and then I think, who's it after that? Someone pretty good too, I think.
Do you think they would go back to Swayman?
Columbus after that, yeah.
Do you think they will go back to Swayman tomorrow?
Well, that's the thing. Like, if he goes to Swayman tomorrow, then I get it. He's riding Swayman. Yeah. I get it. Whether or not you agree with it or if it's a smart move, it's logical because he's your best goaltender by far.
Yeah.
But if he goes to Korpi tomorrow, it makes 0 sense to me.
Right.
Because you should have just played Korpi tonight.
Yes.
And then Swayman tomorrow, you have a fighting chance. Like, if you lose tonight like you did, now if you go Korpi tomorrow, you're in danger of losing.
Sure.
But if you lost the game with Korpi tonight, at least you have that fighting chance with Swayman. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand.
I think it was a bad decision. I think it was a bad move. What do you got, Connor?
Can I give you a slightly different perspective on the goaltending? If we and other media are well aware that Swayman plays like dog shit in the 4th game in a row, we can naturally assume that the organization knows it as well. Well, newsflash for everybody who doesn't notice. Your starting goaltender plays every single game in the postseason, so you need to fucking face this demon eventually of him playing 4 games in a row. And if this is a thing, I wouldn't be surprised if that's in the back of one of the coaches' minds, whether it's goalie Bob making the call, Sturm. You've got to ride your guy eventually and know that if this is a thing and he just can't handle it, then you got to know.
He played well in the playoffs a couple of years ago. I honestly
typically every other night.
Yeah, like I don't think that's really a thing. I think it's a regular season thing because I think he loses focus or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but I think in the playoffs he's usually dialed in. I thought he was dialed in tonight. Like, he played well tonight. He made a couple of big saves on breakaways and shit like that.
He certainly wasn't the reason they lost.
Swayman, I mean, 28 turnovers. That's the story of the game. They were floppy as fuck. The special teams blew. And Lohrei got overpowered by Nyes. He took a terrible angle of the puck. Like, and McAvoy was like flopping around like he's all over the damn place. So like they were like, I don't even know how to describe what I saw. Like, I wouldn't necessarily call it hockey. Like, I'm not really sure what they were doing out there. They were just kind of fucking around, it seemed like. Sorry, Curtis. I don't know what they were. It didn't feel like they were in it. Like, they were early on. They scored a goal. Like, they seemed like it was kind of crisp. And then when Toronto scored the shorthanded goal. From that point on, they just lost all will to live during the game, it seemed like.
Yeah, it did.
Until they were down 3-1, and they were like, "Oh no,
we can't lose this game."
And then they start to push, and then
they've done that several times this year.
Yeah, here's the team that we should have seen all game long, and the same thing that happened all year long happened tonight. They score one, they get a little closer, but they can't get over the hump because it's too little, too late.
Because they're not talented enough. You can't just show up and expect to win. Can't. Matt Curtis, maybe it's just better this team misses the playoffs. I mean, it's watching this team get. Oh, we already said that one. Sorry about that. Shaz Diet. This is the beginning of the end for this team, given their schedule. I might agree.
Yeah.
The idiotic decision to play Swayman tonight is fucking criminal. Sorry, Curtis.
Sorry, John.
And John. Hockey talk. $5. We got Matty turning red and Hagen spending the rest of the season with Patrick Brown before GTA 6. Thank you for the much needed dose of sanity. Thank you, Hockey Talk.
Appreciate you.
Yes. Matt Curtis had the chance to create a little cushion for yourself tonight with the Red Wings and Islanders both losing in regulation. Didn't work out.
Nope.
Sean Michael, they started Swayman to try and bank the 2 points because tomorrow is a scheduled loss. See, that's actually a good point, Sean. That's what I thought. Like that, they're actually thinking we're not going to beat Buffalo, so let's play Swayman and make damn sure that we beat Toronto. Well, you didn't tell the team because they didn't play it. They didn't play like that.
They didn't play it that way.
No,
the team didn't know what your plans were.
Yeah,
just like the rest of the fucking time, no one knows what your plans are.
But that's a valid point. Like I think they really thought like Buffalo's going to be one of those. We have to throw a haymaker and see if we can win it. But we need to get this Toronto win. And they didn't. So now you're screwed. See, that's the risk you take.
Yeah.
And I don't love the risk.
No.
Like I don't.
I thought it was pretty easy, honestly.
No, I think so.
I thought it was pretty easy.
Set up pretty good.
Play 3 in a row. You go Korpi, then you go back to Sway, then you go Korpi, and you go back to Sway. Boom, 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 boom.
Korpi, Sway.
Yeah.
And then not till Saturday, Korpi, Sway. So Sway doesn't play till Sunday.
Right.
Like that's how it lined up. You play Columbus with Sway and Buffalo with Sway.
Yes.
I don't understand. Like
pretty goddamn easy, if you ask me.
Who overthinks more than
Don Sweeney?
Middle-aged women and Don Sweeney. Like who does?
I think seriously overthinks more than middle-aged women.
I think he does. They're middle-aged women are a lot more rational than this fucking guy.
100% true.
Can we no longer win at home since we won on the road? Says Victoria. It's possible.
I mean, yeah. It seems to be the way things go. It's like the power play was good. The penalty killing sucked. Now the power play sucks and the penalty killing's been better. Like you can't have both things at once.
Saber 35. Let them fucking have it, boys. Holy fuck. How can a professional team make the same mistakes over and over again? Is absolutely shocking. Worst performance of the year at the worst time. I would tend to agree. It's probably the worst because of what the stakes are right now.
Yeah.
And all the games coming up, this is the game you got to have.
You had to.
You had to. 2 points. You had to. And you coughed it up. And now this might be what kills you in the end. You're 2 points out at the end of the year. You're going to look back at this one. Hagen's drama in the background probably doesn't help a little bit like the Sway bullshit last year. I don't know how much you think.
I don't think the players on the team give a shit at all.
I don't either. Like I don't. I think this was really a team that thought Toronto's in shambles and Matthews is out and all this stuff and we're not gonna, it's gonna. But look they still have Nylander and Domi and Nyes and Tavares. They still have some high-end players playing in the game.
Yeah.
Like, you got to show up, dude. Right, Connor.
How many of the players on this team were down after the trade deadline and no additions, and we're like, all right, well, we'll at least get Hagens in the lineup towards the end of the year, and they're now like, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
think so.
I think the team, I would think it the other way. I think the team might have been thinking, you know what, this is our group. You know what I mean? I think they're excited about Hagens or whatever, probably. But again, next year, I don't think players care about tanking. And I don't think players care about prospects
No.
because some of them may not be on the team when that matters. So people say, "Oh, they got a tank. They got a tank." The players are trying to earn paychecks and earn jobs and keep jobs. They don't care about your draft position next year for some guy who might play for 3. Like Casey Middlestaff's not going to be on the team. Arvidsson might be on. This guy's on the team right now who won't even be on the team when Daxon Rudolph plays for you. So they don't care. So I don't know if that really matters to them. But I do think that they could have used some help, whether it was at the deadline or Hagens. They absolutely could use some help. I don't buy who are we going to take out of the lineup because I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I hate that.
Yeah.
You put the best players you have possible in the lineup to try to win. Period. It's professional hockey. They'll get over it. It's not high school. It's not the high school team. Mr. Poe with a trash can. Yeah, trash can emoji. Dan Maynard just saw the score. How the fuck did we lose to the worst team in the division who are without one of the best players? How embarrassing. It was every bit of it.
Yeah, it was.
It was every bit of it.
Yeah, it really was.
1975, Jay Donoff. Let me ask you guys a question. Back in October, if I said the Bruins were fighting for a playoff spot, what would you have said? I would have said, you're crazy because we thought this was a bottom 5 talent. And I absolutely agree with you, 1975, that this has been kind of gravy, kind of a bonus year, playing above expectations, which is likable. It is. But right now that you're in it, now you see every opportunity for them to make it.
Right.
So now when they cough it up, they changed the whole scenario. So now they've shown what they can do, and that other teams aren't quite as good as you thought. So now there's a chance to make it. And now they're coughing up games and points that they shouldn't be. And it's going to hurt them, and they're going to miss the playoffs because they didn't finish the deal when they had every opportunity to.
Yeah.
So
expectations have changed a little bit.
Yeah.
They're in playoff position now. They're in playoff position. So
yes, they're in playoff position.
Yeah. So they should make the playoffs. And if they don't, it's a disappointment.
Yeah. It's still a disappointment.
If you asked me in October, I would have said you're nuts. If I thought they would be fighting for a playoff spot. There was too many ifs. I thought there were too many question marks with the team. Would Swayman rebound? Would you get secondary scoring?
Yeah, Hampus Lindholm coming out of major surgery.
Come back, from his injury. Would McAvoy, return to some semblance of what he used to be? There were so many question marks about the team that I didn't think all of them would pan out. And especially teams also.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of question marks, and some of them early in the season, you were hitting kind of on all of them. Everything was kind of going your way.
It was.
And now some things aren't going your way. But I think you're in playoff position now. It would be a disappointment if they don't make it.
Yeah. Because you had it. Look up Hagen's agents. They have one significant player, Matt Coronado. I think this would have been much smoother with a seasoned agent. That's
a valid
point. Interesting point. I don't know. I mean, that might have helped the Bruins, to be quite honest with you. If they don't have a seasoned agent and they want them to take this Providence AHL thing,
right?
That probably helped the Bruins, and not having some stickler in there trying to force the hand. And then saying, okay, go to BC, for one more year. Go play with your brother and your buddies, and then we'll revisit this thing. So that might be a valid point on the agent. 1975, Jay Donoff. This loss helped the Bruins more than any free agent next year, pushing Toronto further from the bottom 5. Yes, I mean, it does help.
It helps
them in that way.
That doesn't necessarily mean anything.
No, it doesn't.
The draft lottery can still go against you. It's still a possibility.
And
sure,
the development sucks.
Yeah. I mean, sure, it helps, but I mean, I would rather see them get to 2 points and make the playoffs and still get Toronto's pick. What's to say if you won this game that you still don't get their pick? You still might. It's a crapshoot.
You still might. Yeah, I mean, you don't know. The lottery throws a wrench into it. And also, I'm not. I mean, they draft and develop. That's kind of a question mark. So, yeah. I mean, would I like them to get another young prospect? Sure, absolutely. They need them desperately. They need good talent. They need to develop talent and have like a draft pick that matters. Like if you have a couple of top 10 picks in Hagens and whoever this guy is, then yeah, now you're having higher end talent on your roster. I saw Chicago today. They had a first overall, second overall, and third overall in the lineup tonight. And they were all on the ice at the same time for a goal against.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, higher end talent. That's what they need. Negatives, narcissistic Sweeney gets his playoff berth and Mr. Burns gets paid. Positives, epic Hampus, Elias, Sweeney, and Seabass postseason, post-game bitch out sessions, says Bruins 7140.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be post-game bitch out sessions for sure.
Oh, there will be. There will be.
Hopefully.
There will be.
Make the playoffs. We'll see.
We'll see. If they don't, I'm really interested to see how they respond because they never miss 3 in a row. They never miss 3 in a row. Pejman, fuck, marry, kill. Bad contracts. Hampus, Elias, Sweeney's current extension. Whoa. I am going to. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I will kill Elias. I will. Wow. I guess
if you want me to give you mine first, I went kill, and then I realized that I had to spell it out in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably. I would kill all of them but if I'm playing the game the right way, I'm killing Elias because I hate that contract. I'm probably going to fuck Hampus and marry Sweeney's current extension because he can still be fired even with an extension. So.
Yeah,
unlikely, but
you could talk me into killing Hampus, and fucking Elias and marrying Sweeney because I think because the Hampus. To me,
it's more watch.
A debate with me on Hampus and Elias right now for this team. What do you need to get rid of? And I really think that Hampus thing, you could change the makeup of your defense if you get rid of Hampus.
Mm-hmm.
Really get to a physical, whatever the hell you want to do, physical, tough defense. He's one guy that can, if eliminated, can change that whole thing. So
yeah, it's true.
I think I might lean toward that, although I'm with you. I'd kill too. Yeah, I'd do that. Eileen, $5. Let's do a fucking swear jar instead of tips. Fucking Christ. Sorry, Curtis. Yeah. Swear jar. We'll call it the swear jar.
Call it the swear jar.
Everybody's gonna put a penny in every time we swear. We still make fucking $50 a night.
Easily.
I
alone keep that fucking bell ringing.
Sure. Bruins 7140 at 5 times 5. 5 on 5 since the Olympic break. 28th goals against, 27th goals for, 26th HGCA.
High danger chances against.
High danger chances. 26. Wow. Season long at 5 is 30th goals against, 22.
Yeah.
And then 26. So they've been 26 steady all year long in high danger chances against. Nothing has changed all season. Right there. That tells you the story right there. It really has. You know what's changed is that Swayman's gotten better and better and better and better as the season's going on.
That's what the difference is. It's goaltending. If Swayman was playing this year like he played last year, you'd be in the same spot you were last year, which is a bottom 5 team in the league and competing for the lottery to win the lottery.
Yeah. True. Matt Curtis says, stop fucking saying sorry, Curtis. Some fucking newbie is going to think I'm a fucking
Matthew Curtis wins the chat tonight.
Oh, my God. That is so true.
You know what? That's for you. We're going to start saying sorry, Matthew.
Yeah. Sorry, Matthew. Fox Guy 67. Tonight's sip. We haven't really pumped the sips.
No.
Rotating Lagunitas.
Yeah, I love a good
IPA.
Lagunitas.
Smutty Nose Finest Kind
Yeah.
IPA. Nice.
Fan of those. Both.
For you.
Good stuff right there.
Victoria wants to marry Hampus. At least you can get a pretty face to look at.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Can you marry him and bring him to where? Georgia? Is she in Georgia? She's in Georgia, right?
In Georgia.
Yeah. Maybe he'll be the next captain of the Atlanta Flames when they fucking do that shit again.
Hampus Lindholm expansion? Absolutely.
In the expansion draft.
Yeah, get to the captain
of the Atlanta Flames so he can be at home close to Victoria.
Yeah, Eileen says I overthink, not her. Yeah, that's very true. Middle-aged men, they overthink sometimes. Time to take the Casono bus to Springfield to watch Hagens ride shotgun with Jake Schmaltz and Alexis Gendron tomorrow. Christ. Unbelievable. That's Harvard graduate Don Sweeney to you, Maddie. Yeah, Macaulay. That's very, very true. Maddie about to get in trouble. What am I? Oh, the comment about the
women overthinkers.
Yeah, the overthinkers.
Yeah.
That'd be a good name for a band, the Overthinkers.
Yeah.
All right, looks like about it. Fucking Boston has entered the chat is on now. Oh, Skullman. Good point. I wanted to this show. I don't know. It's crazy bad. Like it's just awful. Like the people who are on it are like, I don't even know who they are. And then it's just going through this chat that's just obviously screened. Like it's not, if you're going to do a chat, you do something like this. and where everybody's swearing and yelling.
If we were on Nesson.
Oh, can you imagine?
Fucking Boston has entered the chat with this chat group. That would be fucking gold.
It would be gold.
Sorry, Matthew Curtis.
It would. It would be gold. It would be gold. I mean, Jesus, it's so bad. I know. It's so bad. It's funny how there's more chats going around. I don't know. Started a trend, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Trending.
Yeah.
Let me see. 3 up, 3 down. I don't have
you don't have any ups?
I don't really have any ups. I'll tell you who I'll give an up to is Matthew Nyes, because I love that player. I just love Matthew Nyes.
Yeah.
I do. I wish he was on the Bruins.
I know.
I think he's good, really good, gonna get better and better.
Mm-hmm.
I think and they're talking about trading him, which I don't get. Like, that's somebody you ride with.
Oh,
like I would have kept Bobby McCann too. I would have kept those guys.
Yeah.
And then gotten rid of, if you have to get rid of Matthews, fine. John Tavares, see ya. Like Max Domi, see ya. Like I go with those guys, Nyes and McCann and those types of guys. But Nyes is great. I love Nyes. I really do.
Me too. Yeah. I mean, we can go up and down the list. We can have fan comments. I don't care if we pick 3 up, 3 down. All of everybody, the down. Special teams. We'll go power play, the number 1 down, the number 2 down, and number 3 down. We'll go penalty killing. How about that?
Okay.
Because power play, nothing, and you give up a short-handed goal, and then penalty killing, whatever.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Everybody's down.
This is a real bad. This is a tough. It's a bad
entire defense, the entire forward group, and specialty teams. There you go.
Yeah, and tomorrow night doesn't seem to be very good either. So you're gonna lose these 2, and then you're gonna be in a tough one. Adrian, thanks so much. Up is Bender's post game. Thank you, Adrian.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good
One
call.
of the OGs, Adrian. Yeah. So Connor had an issue.
Yeah, one of the ups is my fucking blood pressure.
Yeah,
today.
true.
So a little bit of a story time. And for the people in the comments, my question to you, as I tell this story, is what is some of the most annoying fucking things in the world that you can do to your neighbor to be the biggest asshole that wouldn't get you in trouble? Now, here is the story. obviously I have chickens, Connor's chicken coop, the infamous. And
Connor's
all of a
chicken
sudden I'm headed out the door today.
Yeah.
And the community service officer is like parked right in front of our house as I'm going to pick up the kids from school. And I was like, okay. And she's like walking towards the house. So she has paperwork in her hand, whatever. And I'm like, oh, great. What the fuck is this? Well, lo and behold, one of the neighbors across the street in the back of our house, like there's a street behind us, and then he's on the other side of it, probably about a football field or more away from our actual house. He apparently called and complained that the chickens made too much noise. We don't have any roosters, and these motherfuckers only make noise when they lay an egg, maybe an hour combined out of an entire day.
Do they do it in the early morning or in the middle of the night?
It's in the middle of the day.
So like middle of the afternoon.
Yeah.
So lunchtime, you might hear an occasional, like, whatever noise chickens make when they lay an egg.
Yep. Correct. So this lady's telling me all about it. And I was like, oh, okay. And we have to renew our permit for chickens. So she was like, hey, you got to do that. Awesome. Cool. We can do that. She was super cool about it. No big deal. I went about my day, went and got the kids, and I came back home. Well, when I come back home, this fucking neighbor is apparently standing there in his fucking doorway, flipping off our kids as they're letting the fucking dogs outside and being a complete dick face. So Amanda goes out there and starts fucking screaming at him, of course. And it gets into a big verbal screaming match across the street of this guy being an asshole. Here comes the community service officer again, who's not, for Eileen's comment, they're not a police officer, but they're kind of like code enforcement. They're not a police officer, but
I was going to ask that too.
Don't carry a gun.
Because I've never heard of that before in my life.
Yeah, Paul Blart, mall cop.
Yeah, essentially, right?
Yeah.
Like, so she now is standing in the middle of the road, and me and Amanda now leave the house and go back there down the street. And we're all having it out in the street. And this guy's fucking screaming and yelling at us, saying, fucking swing on me, you fucking pussy. I'm fucking 60 years old and I would fucking knock your ass out in front of this lady. And she's like dumbfounded. So I saw her immediately like grabbing her shirt to like call the actual police there. Within like 2 minutes, 3 squad cars show up in the middle of my tiny town in Illinois. And it's a whole fucking scene. And this guy's going crazy. And the long and the short of it is, I don't have to do anything with this guy. It is completely legal for me to have chickens. And he's a fucking asshole for calling the cops instead of just saying something with me to begin with. And the lady told him that he's fucked and he can go fuck himself. And he basically just caused a huge scene for no big reason. And when the cops showed up, it was one of my friends who works on the police department. And he was like, oh, dog, you're cool. And he went over and fucking read that guy the riot act and basically told him, like, hey, you can't be harassing people and telling them that you're 60 years old and you'll beat their ass in the street. Like, if he wants to press charges against you, like, you're going to be in a fucking hurt scenario, bro. And the guy didn't say a word else. He went right back in his house and shut the garage door. And all the cops sat in his fucking driveway. And now I've got this fucking asshole neighbor across the neighborhood that I have nothing but time to sit here and dwell on him and the shitty things that I want to do to this guy for being a dick.
To tell you, some of these comments are...
Oh my God, they're unbelievable. Does Connor live in Mayberry? Another disgruntled Bruins fan. Move the coop as close to their window as possible.
Make them watch a Bruins game.
Make them watch a Bruins game. I mean, has anybody ever said to someone, I could fucking kick your ass and then eventually kick their ass? I don't think it's ever happened in the history of bullying. I don't think it's ever happened.
No.
If you're going to kick someone's ass, you're going to go kick his ass.
Yeah, you're going to go
That's
kick
it.
someone's ass.
There's no talking.
Yeah, they're not a lot of talk.
No.
Usually the person that swings first gets the jump. So the person that's saying, I'm going to kick your ass is usually hit by someone else. And that person ends up on the ground. So
It's just where do you? I mean, he lives in. Where do you live in? Is it Illinois or Iowa?
I live in Illinois on the Illinois side of the river. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's like a city-ish, but it's pretty rural, I guess. I mean, it's city for the Midwest, but you guys would call it a city and just laugh.
I don't believe that it's for a second.
Holy shit.
Blue Balls in the comments is one of my friends, and I told him
rolling
that
through
he
the
has
middle
to
of town
tune in for this story, so he could tell you in the comments what he would classify where we live.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's tumbleweeds rolling through the middle.
Definitely. Yeah. You should go over and shit in his toilet and review it. Like review that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Give him a Connor's can check.
Yeah, that's it. Reviews his toilet for your app, says Victoria. Excellent point. Who the fuck says I'm going to kick your ass at 60? Yeah, not many.
Flips off kids is another.
I kick those kids' asses.
We have Eileen saying sorry, Matthew Curtis now too.
Yeah, bad.
Woken up. It was hilarious. It was.
Wow. Carter's chicken coop t-shirts with an angry neighbor with a walker squaring up.
You should. That's what you should do. Yeah. You should buy him a Connor's chicken coop t-shirt and send it to him. 100%.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
That would be really fucking funny. I would have to do it and get the tracking and like record him getting that box.
Yes. You should absolutely send him one. And you should get a rooster too.
Yes. You should.
That is loud as hell. Like pick out the loudest rooster you can find.
Right. Yes. And you should definitely connect their phone to connect your phone to their Bluetooth and play some midget porn when they have house guests, as Pejman said. That's classic. I mean, that's just, I can see. How old are your kids?
7 and 11.
7 and 11. So they're out there doing whatever, working for the man. Then here comes this fucking idiot, right?
My daughter was like, "Dad, Mom, the neighbor's flipping me off."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck? Like, who the fuck does that?" Yeah. Like,
I mean,
if you're 60 years old and you want to fucking throw hands, like you want to fucking flip my kids off, yeah, sure. Maybe don't call the cops next time, and I'll fucking throw down with you in the fucking neighborhood. Let's go.
I think the kids would have kicked his ass. I picture Connor's kids being a little fucking nutty, like ankle biting and ball fucking punching and just getting after it.
Yeah, my son is a degenerate. He would have grabbed a baseball bat and been like, "Let's ride."
Oh Christ! All right,
the little nut punch.
Yeah, just a little nut, just a little bit. All right, looking ahead, March 25th. That's tomorrow. That's the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah. No idea who's in net.
We'll be back at this shit tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow night. What do you got?
I'm along the lines of I think it was Pajman and some others. I'm going like 10-0 Buffalo.
10-0. I think 13 there.
Yeah. I saw somebody say 13-0. I don't think it's going to be that bad, but it's going to be close.
It's going to be a 10 spot.
Yeah, Buffalo's gonna wear them out. Buffalo's I don't think this game. They're gonna be up for it. The crowd's gonna be into it. And you played tonight poorly, so you'll be looking to bounce back. So it'll be interesting to see if they can actually bounce back, because that's all of a sudden a huge game. I mean, it was a big game anyways, but now it's a huge game because
it's a bigger game. That's the other problem. Like now it's a bigger game.
Yeah,
it didn't have to be as
and
away with the schedule loss thing if you just won tonight.
Right
now, it's a bigger game.
It is.
So
the fact that you beat Detroit now,
this might be shutout tomorrow. I think the Bruins might get shut out. I think they might get stomped on, and I think like 5-0, like a shutout tomorrow. Because let's be honest, Pastrnak scores tonight. He almost had 2. The other one off McAvoy. It's basically Pastrnak and Zacha for a bit now. Elias Lindholm scores the goal, so he's had a couple, but not a lot of like Geekie hasn't. I'll tell you, 5 away. Pastrnak is. No, did he score? No, he didn't score. McAvoy scored.
Yeah,
in Lindholm. off of McAvoy's foot. So he's 6 away from Geekie, but Geekie hasn't scored in a while. So you're not getting balanced scoring anymore. So you're starting to see like what we thought the offense would be. Couple of goals a game, usual suspects. I think it's 5-0 tomorrow. I think they take it up the ass. Bruins are at 86. Senators at 85. They have 3 more regulation wins than the Bruins. So that's something to keep an eye on. The Islanders are at 85. Big loss tonight. The Red Wings are 84. Big loss for them tonight. And the Flyers lost tonight. So the Islanders are going to be the team, or the Red Wings. Islanders and Red Wings are going to be the teams who are going to be battling you for that second spot. Just looking briefly at the Islanders' schedule here. Probably play divisional opponents. So they have Dallas, Florida, and Pittsburgh all at home. Then they're at Buffalo, Philadelphia at home, at Carolina, Toronto at home, Ottawa at home, Montreal at home, Carolina at home. So
it's a tough stretch, but it's at home.
A lot of it's at home. They play 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 home games. They only have 2 road games left. So it's a lot at home for the Islanders. So we'll see what happens. Tough loss tonight. It's been a tough couple of days. You know, a little bit of a letdown with Hagens. And now this loss tonight, going into Buffalo tomorrow. Hagens plays tomorrow. Maybe we should do the Providence Bruins post game. Do the P Bruins post game. But anyway, Bruins lose tonight 4-2. See everybody again tomorrow night. Thanks a lot for tonight. I mean, you guys, every single night there's 10 games. There's what, 11 games left? There's 11 games left.
Mm-hmm.
And we have done 71 post games this year. It's going to be the second year in a row where we do all the post games. Jesus. And most of you guys are here every fucking post game, which we really appreciate. It's really remarkable. We love it.
We do.
Keep preaching the word of the Bender.
Yeah.
And we'll see you tomorrow night. Until then, most of the time, go Bruins.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.